In this video, I'll be talking about what is happening in the world and where we're headed through a spiritual lens. So, from time to time, I'll make videos, maybe every few months, where I talk about where the Earth as a planet is headed. And some of the information that I get is channeled information, um, and this information was given to me pretty recently. And this when I channel, I try to be as accurate as possible, but um, this is being filtered through my human brain, and so some of it is with my interpretation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. It's just my interpretation of things due to information that was given to me. Now, there are a few symbols that I kept seeing that led me to receiving this information. The symbols are horses, repeated numbers, and trains. Now, I want to talk about the horses first. So, whenever I see horses, I see rapid change with a lot of power. Um, and in this case, in this time, the horses are running chaotically. Um, that's all I got. I have my own opinion on that. I want you to formulate your own opinion on that. But the horses were running around very chaotically with a lot of power, right? When I see horses, I see change that is rapid, but with a lot of significance, right? Whenever I see horses, that's what I see. I also seen the people as horses. So I saw a stable where there are horses that are deciding to stay at the stable, right? The stable gates are open. At this time, the stable gates are open. Make that as you will. At this point in time, the stable gates are open, and I see people, I see horses deciding to stay in the stable, whether it's because they're scared or fearful, or it's because they feel comfortable staying in the stable. I also see horses that are running towards the gate but are hesitant to go through the gates. And these are the ones that are the most chaotic, um, because they're in the middle point where they are undecided. They are they are fighting against themselves. They don't know whether to stay in the stable or to venture off outside the stable, right? And you have another group, also similar to this last other group that I just mentioned, that are not running around and not chaotic, but they are looking through the gates of the stable. They're not moving, they're just staring through the gates, and they are also very undecided whether to go to the through the gate or not. There's fear within them, but they are calm, right? They have this calm presence about them, right? And I emphasize that at this current time the gates are open. Um, Now you have horses that have decided to leave the stable. Some of them may have, most of them may have gone through the stages like these other groups of horses, but they have already made the decision to go through the gates, right? And again, make all of this as you will, right? They've already made the decision to go through the gates, right? And when they're leaving the gates, um, when they're leaving the gates, they are running into the wild, right? They're running into the wild where there are no barriers, right? And so some of them again are running around chaotically and with fear, right? But this is not going to last. The last group is again another group of horses that have gone through what the other horses have gone through, and they recently they recently were running chaotically as well because they didn't know where to go or what to do. But they are running around with a lot of calm power, right? If you ever see horses um, running gracefully, right, without any chaos in the wild, right? Picture that in your mind, right? That is that group of people, right? Now it's leading is this is leading me to the trains that I've been seeing. Before I continue, I want to state that all my life I've been living close to railroads, train stations, and trains. So this is a big symbol for me. I want you to picture the railroads itself as a timeline, your journey through life. Picture the train stations as a destination you choose to get off to experience. Each train station is a rite of passage towards your ultimate destination. Every train station that you get off on is where you're going to experience something in life where it is a rite of passage towards what you want to manifest in this life, towards what your soul was intended to experience in this life. But when I mention rite of passage, do not think of it in a way that the universe is testing you or the universe is putting some sort of obstacle in your way. It's more like this is being put in front of you so that you become who you truly want to become. Now, when we're looking at this at a macro level, as a human collective, at this current time, some of us are as at certain train stations, and at this current moment, there is a splitting of the railroads. Some of the trains are not going to be following the same path anymore. Some of the trains are taking different paths. They may be running parallel. At this current time, they are running parallel. We've passed the point of the fork in the railroad. Is what I got. We passed the point in the fork of the railroad. Is what I got. Make that as you may. And right now, the trains are running parallel. We can see the other trains running parallel to us. Make that as you may. So when I say we can see what the other trains that are running parallel to us, they may have experienced similar, or they may have experienced the same things that we've experienced, but as of right now, we are experience totally different realities, some of us. And these trains are going to different destinations. Now, when I see repeated numbers, I picture a lock like this one here. And this symbolizes to me that whenever we go through a threshold in life, the universe will reflect back to us codes of the lock and to tell us that we have unlocked a certain threshold in our lives, in our journey. And so the repeated numbers um, is telling me that as a human collective, we've unlocked a certain threshold in our current journey.